Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joni Young and I'm going to show you step by step how to paint Stairway to Heaven. We'll begin with phthalo blue. We'll need titanium white, ultramarine blue, sap green, lemon yellow, on an 11x14 black primed canvas using a large blending brush or stipple brush, and I'm going to take titanium white and start adding the moon right in the middle at the top. Most of the paint right in the middle, and then softening around the outside, creating a haze. Right away, picking up phthalo blue, we're going to go around the outside of that moon, blend it slightly into the white, and then make it darker and darker, each time adding more blue, working all that white out of our brush. I'm going to continue to pull it around towards the outside of the canvas. So I'm just going to blend the phthalo blue into the background and slightly into the white right here in the middle. I come in with my ultramarine blue now, overlap partially on the phthalo blue. I want to do this quite quickly so I'm able to paint my clouds wet on wet and pick up some of the blue each time. Take number 16 Filbert brush, grab a little bit more of my white, go right in the middle, twist and turn, continuously pull circles around and around without taking the brush off of the canvas until I get a nice smooth circle shape. I'm going to come in a little bit closer. Take a little bit of blue with the white. I'm going to turn my brush like this and start doing little scoops for puffy little clouds. Come in from the other side. Take a little bit more white with the blue on my brush and bring this in closer to the moon, making a nice light blue right around. Okay, I'm going to keep taking blue with a little bit of white on my brush. Now as the clouds get further out here, they're going to be bigger because they're closer to us. To make them look like they're farther away and there's perspective, we'll make them smaller and smaller. And just doing this creates a really neat perspective. It's very dramatic. I'm going to pick up some of my ultramarine blue, phthalo, and white. Really pretty blue here. Paint a few of these clouds a little bit lighter. This area a bit brighter, so there's some darker spots and some lighter spots. Then we'll come in, push, wiggle our brush, get a nice ridge of paint on there. A little bit of phthalo, a little bit of cobalt or ultramarine. Cobalt and ultramarine blue are very similar to me. It's really hard to tell the difference. I'm going to wash that brush off and go to my large blending brush. It's a little bit damp, but definitely not dripping. I'm going to just soften and take off a little bit of this paint. Leaving some of that blue showing in here and mixing that blue into the black paint. Now the black paint is dry. This is a black primed canvas, but it still will alter the color a little bit and make it look like a blue-black. Take a little bit more of that blue, both blues, and there's just the tiniest bit of white in there, hardly any white at all. Really subtle in here. Small little circles. I'm going to take a number 3 long liner brush, and I'm going to do a little bit more details right in here. So some of the phthalo blue and titanium white. I'm going to need a little bit more water on my brush. So we've got a really, really light blue color. I'm just going to put my pinky here. The paint is pretty dry. Putting your pinky down like this helps you stabilize your hand, makes you a little bit more steady. I'm just going to come in with little scoops. Really, really little ones here, making it look far away. This gives a perspective of almost like we're looking way up. Very, very dramatic perspective today. Just going to outline this moon a little bit more, get a nice round shape. And I'm going to take some more of my phthalo blue and start adding a little bit in here for a light little shadow and just some more color. Such an easy technique that is so effective. Anybody can do this. All of you guys can do this technique. If you think it's a little bit too bright, just go over top, like I am, with a bit more blue. It's a little bit watered down on my brush. And then back with a little bit of white. You can tap a little bit lightly just to soften. And then I'm going to start moving on to the next part of this painting. I want to make it look like there's stairs going up. Maybe it'll be sort of a stairway to heaven kind of a picture. So I'm going to take more phthalo blue, a little bit of white, and Doing little lines that get smaller and smaller. And then wider at the bottom. Just pick up a little bit of white. And we'll keep this brightest because it's closer to the moonlight, and down here is a little bit more in shadow. So I'll keep this a little bit darker down here. Back over to, whoops, my little liner brush. And we'll make a little railing. Let's take some blue and a little bit of white. Twist and roll the brush so you get a little bit of each color. And we'll just make little lines. Very subtle. Just giving a little indication. Pick up some more white now. Short little lines because it's far away. It's too blue, so I'll take, or too white I mean, a little bit too bright there. And we want to keep this nice and soothing and kind of moody, so we don't want to overdo it with the highlights. And I think I'll just keep it just like that. Back over to my Filbert brush and take both blues, a little bit of white, and I think I'm going to add a little bit more color in here. Just dusting, pushing, making little scumbling circles. Pick up that same color. And we'll come in from the other side again. We've got that deep dark blue underneath. We're just gradually lightening this up. I'm going to take my big mop stipple brush, it's an oval one, and I'm going to tap into the green, the sap green, and the blue. You want to stipple tap like this so you keep that shape. I just want to add a little bit of foliage down here, but very, very light. Just a little indication that we're down below and we're going up into the sky. You can hardly see that color there, but we're going to dip in, tap in to that lemon yellow, and very lightly. Add a little bit there going up the stairs. little bit of that off. Back to my, it's a bit too bright in there for me, so I'm just taking my sap green and a little bit of blue, add a little bit of shadow right there. A little bit over here. A little bit of color. Not too much. Can just kind of tie this into those clouds. Little circles. The sap green, a little bit of phthalo blue. Back to my liner brush. Filbert. A little bit of white, blue, and green. Some very barely there circles, just to soften this up a little bit more. As this paint sets into the canvas, it gets a little bit darker. So it's good to wait a little bit for the paint to dry and set in, and then go back and add a little bit more where you need to, or take a little bit off if you have to as well. So with my Filbert brush and a little bit of this yellow, lemon yellow sap green, just going to tap a few more little details, little bushes and greenery and foliage. I'm going to take a little bit of white to this yellow and the green, just a bit like that, and then barely touching that canvas. A bit of a brighter highlight right here, just at the top where it's going to be the brightest. Okay. So this painting is all done. So everything I've shown you in this video is for all levels. If you're a beginner, you can do this. All of you guys are capable of doing this painting today, and I want to thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below and like this video, and please subscribe to my channel for more. Have a wonderful day, happy painting, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.